All right, welcome to section 2. In this section, we're going to be taking a look at the first part of the sandbox. There's basically 4 different areas we're going to look at. In this section, we're going to look at utilities. So first, we'll take a look at basic typography. So what do fonts look like? What do headings look like by default? What are some of the display classes we can add? Some of the block quote classes. How can we bold text and italicize text, things like that, make bigger paragraphs. Then we'll look at text alignment and display, so we can align to the right, left, center. Also display things as a block, inline, or inline block. Then we'll look at floating and positioning. So basically if we want to float to the left or right, also how to clear it. We'll also look at, for instance, the sticky position. If we want to stick something, once it hits it, it'll stay at the top. We can also fix things to the top and bottom. All right, then we'll look at colors, and this includes text colors as well as background colors. Okay, and there's quite a few here. There's some additional ones from Bootstrap 3 as well. And then spacing, we're going to look at different margin classes where we can add margin to the bottom, top, right, left, right and left, top and right, or top and bottom, I should say. So we'll look at that, and then we'll look at some of the padding classes, which is generally the same thing, but with padding instead of margin. All right, then we'll look at sizing. So if we want something to be, for instance, 25% of its container, or 50, 75, 100%, or we can set it to auto. We have certain classes to do this for the width as well as the height. Another thing we're going to look at is border classes. So if we want to add a border around the whole element, or just the top, bottom, if we want to change colors, if we want it to be rounded, we'll look at some of those classes as well. And then finally, we're going to look at breakpoints. So I'm going to show you some media queries that will take effect when we hit them. So for instance, on extra large screens, you can see we have it painted as yellow. The body is painted as yellow. Once we hit large, it'll go to green, medium will go to blue, small red, and then basically for mobile screens will be this color here, coral. All right, so we'll be looking at that as well. Okay, so those are the utilities that we're going to look at. Now we're going to start with just basic HTML, and we're going to add Bootstrap classes along the way.